1.5 for Vic Parsons, though.
Well judged. All right, Pete Cresswell, Stu Doiney.
I love the way these two cars' throttle stops are set up, because both of them hike the wheels into the air and then drop the noses from about 4 foot.
Yeah, the telling thing is the speed they go through the traps at. Stu Doiney is your points leader, only from 50 points though, from Dave Fulton, so it is the two roadsters. Good job, there was a throttle stop
Look
there
at
for
that
Stu.
reaction time as well. 002. Not a surprise from Mr. 00 himself. Pete Creswell. Pete Creswell's the number one spot, 990 with a 4. None too shabby in the other lane though, with 002 lighting a 994.
If it was
Stu.
a race though, that would have gone the way of the full Monty Mustang.
Okay, Wayne Hiscock, another one who's, well, interesting way of tuning his car to try and run 990. Is it a block of wood or is it a spanner? I'm not being rude. I just wondered, you know. What I always thought was like an adjustable thread that you could just move up and down a little bit depending on the weather. Basically that, yeah. Okay. Up against Pete Creswell, who was off the trailer number one, went 990 with a 4.
So 026 and 07 for the drivers. And look at that. Next to each other over the finish line as it should be. Misses it by just that much, does Pete Creswell. 989 with a 9.
Do you know what I was just thinking? Well, the thing is, when you've run 990, 9904, you might as well try and nail it down. And he did everything. You know, slightly less. Ah, it's the sun! Quick! Sorry. Press pause on the weather. Quick. John Dalrymple and your current number. I always say current because you know what, it changes every 5 seconds, doesn't it? Pete Creswell. Pete's over there in the Kestrel lane. Been running the full Monty for a number of years now, both in Supercomp and Super Gas as well. An 81 and a 93. No improvement for either. Breakouts, just a little bit too quick, or a lot too quick actually, for John.
Well, Pete Creswell's package there was 04. 002 light and a 993 with an 8.
That win a lot of races. Well, these two are so good. Pete's number one qualifier at the moment, the 990 with a 4.
And Stuart's another one of our customers, strong customer. He's changing classes next year.
Okay.
Yeah, so that car's for sale. He's changing classes.
Okay. Interesting.
Yep, he's going to America and buying a car and racing it over there and then bringing it back.
Top man. Well done, Stu.
So he's going to Bakersfield.
That's his slowest light of the weekend by some margin. Yeah. He was 00 every time yesterday.
Yeah.
So Martin's already run 90. He runs 91 with a 0. 985 at 158. Stu Doiney was absolutely deadly with the old Vauxhall.
Yep.
Pete Creswell, he's still the number one qualifier. There is room though. He went 9.90, but the last digit was a 4. There is 4 thousandths of a second, which is a lot in drag racing. A lot of wriggle room anyway.
Well, you consider number 11 is 992.
There you go. So there's less than 200s covering the top 11. There you go. Vic Parsons. He is number 11. He's run 992. Now, one of these cars is built to run much quicker. That's Pete Creswell with the orange Mustang. Vic Parsons, though, gets a red light. Doesn't matter because they are not racing.
Pete goes 006.
95 and a 96. Not bad, but not any better than what they'd already done.
Wayne Hiscock, Pete Creswell. Wayne Hiscock, number 3 qualifier. But he'd like to take the spot that Pete Creswell owns, which is number 1. They both run 990.
I think Pete took that in the first qualifier as well.
.988 breakout, but it was a 004 line for Pete, and there's a 10.03 for Wayne. So no help for you with
I'm
those
not
two.
even sure who's number 1 at the moment.
It may still be that man down there. It is Pete Creswell. Yep.
Yeah, not surprising.
He's that good. He's been around doing it that long, isn't he?
Probably nearly as long as me.
Well,
Yeah, at least I did have a couple of breaks, but I've been coming here for 50 years now, so
blimey. You started when you were 4 then, yeah?
that's very sweet of you to say.
It is very much. You owe me a tenner. Okay, Pete Creswell and Bob Moulton. Up next. Now, Pete's actually got a throttle stop and a 009 light as well. Goodness me, number 1 qualifier, and he does that as well. Bob's going to back off. 992.
Yeah.
That is almost not unbeatable, but
No,
it's
but that's
ain't that
pretty
bad,
good.
is it?
Yeah, it's not
10.01 for John Dalrymple. Sorry, any other lane?
Help
No
for
improvement, unfortunately, for Bob
Oh,
Moulton.
Stu Doyney, Pete Creswell. God, the amount of times these two have raced each other over the years. They've had championship deciders at the national finals. They've both won championships. Stu Doyney currently in the number 6 spot with a 991, but number 1 is Pete Creswell. He is number 1 qualifier at the moment. Both of them with 01 lights. 990. Oh, perfect ET, Pete Creswell. Well, he was already number 1 qualifier. Now he just cemented it. Absolutely perfect there for Pete Creswell. 9.900. Very well done indeed there, Pete.
By run Pete Creswell. Predetermined by 15 cars. Number 1 gets a buy run. He was number 1 and then re-upped his number 1, didn't he?
I think he did it twice.
Yeah, improved it a couple of times.
Ended up with perfect ET.
The thing really does drop the nose on the floor when the throttle stop comes in.
Nine with the 3. If he has the reactions after that, it's pretty much unstoppable. However, we don't. He's into round 2, doesn't matter. Use that one as a tune-up run. Martin Kirk.
0003 win. Oh dear, that wouldn't mean nothing, did it?
Yeah, I opened the wrong end.
If you're wondering what that cutlery bashing around is, it's Darryl, who unfortunately just put salt in his dinner and it just went everywhere. Oh dear. Right, next pair. This is Supergas Eliminations round number 2. It's Vic Parsons and Pete Creswell.
Vic doing very, very well this weekend at Supergas. Usually runs in Pro ET or with Massage Superstocks.
But he's got a man with a throttle stop that's going to go zooming past him here. Well, we didn't need to go zooming past him actually, as Pete Creswell takes the win. Actually, he did take the stripe, but a breakout for Vic. So it is Pete that goes on. But Stu into the final. Who's he going to take on? Is it going to be Pete Creswell or Stuart Morris?
both of these drivers could have been odds-on favourite to win at the start of the weekend. They've just been doing such a great job. It's a shame they have to meet in the semi-finals, because this could have been the final easily.
It has been the final many a times before. Right, years these two have raced in gas and in comp, to be fair. We're concentrating on gas this weekend. Well, we're going to have to sort this one out at the top end because we couldn't sort them out at the start line. And it's a double breakout, but it's Pete Creswell that takes it by the lesser of the two.
Yeah.
I was looking at Ruben. Super Gas, 3 finals to go. Pete Creswell, Stu Doyney. Then it'll be Street Eliminator, those right, they're street cars. And the juniors. All right. And literally, as the last final goes down the line, we're going to kill the PA, obviously. Please, everybody come down to the start line for trophies. Oh, Pete Creswell goes red, so it's Stu Doyney that's got the win.
It was only a 005 red as well. But he's off the throttle. Stu Doyney goes through and runs 9.90.
Well done to Stu. Right.